Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of TriTech Music. Sorry that I haven't posted last Sunday and Thursday. I've been quite busy working on some other projects, and as you can see, I've also created a new intro, a YouTube intro for my channel. I've been working on Adobe After Effects, trying out to use it. So I want to apologize that I haven't been regular. I'm gonna try my best. I'm new to this, so I'm gonna really try my best to stay as consistent as possible. Getting back to it, in the previous episode, I was working on the techno track that we were making together. So we're going to get back into that in today's episode. This morning, while I was listening to the track, I did notice that I wanted to make a few changes to to a few channels. So here are the changes that I want to show you. So as you can see, the perk channel was here. This is how it was before. So what I would like to do right now to change this is give me 1 second. Okay, so like I was saying, the changes I made to the percussion channel is I added another percussive beat here. This is with the new percussive channel which I didn't use last time. I mean percussive sample, percussion sample that I didn't use last time, and another beat that I added was here. I'm gonna start recording this so you can hear it. So that's how it sounds right now. So another change that I made was to the alternate hi-hats. What I did to this was I shortened the length of this MIDI clip. I made them all the same. And then next what I did was I went to the ride and I changed the way this is as well. So what I did is I moved this here first, and then what I did is I moved this here, and then I put another one here, and then I removed these two, and I added one here. And what I've done is I've decreased the velocity here. So this is how I've kept the new pattern, and this is how it sounds if I solo it. So that's how it sounds right now. So another thing is I wasn't too happy with the way the ARP was sounding. So as you can see, it wasn't fitting with the tone of the track, the vibe of the track. It was too sort of happy and not dark enough. So I thought of getting rid of the ARP. So what I plan to do is I thought of moving the ARP, and let's come back to that later. Let's start with the lead in this case. So what we'll do for the lead here is, let me just check if this is recording. Yes, it is. Okay, so what we'll do for the lead in this case is we will go into this lead channel and we will load in an instance of operator. So now we have operator. We will switch off the EQ and compressor for now, and then what we will do is, since no, actually not operator. I'm sorry. Let's upload Serum into this channel. Once we have Serum in this lead, once you upload Serum in this lead channel, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a preset from a sample pack which I purchased. The sample pack's name is, if I'm not mistaken, it's the Ultimate Techno Serum Preset Pack. This is by Biscuvi. Biscuvi is Yalcin FA. He's a prominent YouTuber, a techno producer as well. So you should check his channel out. So I purchased his Serum preset pack, and I'm going to use the analog modular lead. That's his name, the person who created the pack, Biscuvi here. So what I'm going to do is, once I do this, I'm going to add this macro to the filter cutoff, and I'm going to reduce this to something around here, and then I'm going to add the second macro to the resonance, and I'm going to do something around there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to the second envelope, and I'm going to reduce the amount of envelope that has been assigned to the filter. I'm going to reduce it slightly. So I'm going to keep this there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add two notes. Let's say G, in the scale of G, that's one there. And we can add another one here, but I'm gonna put this one octave above. So this is how it will sound right now. I'm gonna bring this to -6. So now going back to this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some saturation. Make this into sine, soft sine, maybe around 4 dB. 4 dB. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a delay plugin. I'm going to make sure I put the feedback at around 30%. We don't want it repeating too much, and put the dry wet at 30% as well. I'm going to move this range, since the frequency of this sound is let's see, the frequency of this sound is, let's cut out the low frequencies first. So as you can see, it's around the 300 region up onto the 2000 region. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this after the delay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this range as well to around something like this. Something like this. Yeah, something like this, around 2.51. And then I'm gonna put this on ping pong, so you get like a nice bassy effect. After this is, now I'm going to EQ the sound a bit. I'm gonna cut. I've already cut the low frequency, so I'm gonna cut out the high frequencies as well. Sort of band past this, somewhere like that. And then around this region, I'm just gonna sort of make a peak, something like that. Sorry guys, so I just changed the levels of the first six channels. That is the kick, the rumble, the hi-hats, the perks, the ride, and the lead. I've changed the levels of all these channels to sort of give it a quick mix, quick mixing before we continue. So all the channels are at the right levels. So please, as you can see, if you wanted to like to take note, these are the levels at which each channel is sitting at right now. So as you so getting back to it, this is how the lead sounds. Yes, so I'm happy with where that is at right now. So I'm gonna quickly cue this as well. I mean, key this as well to see, so we can stop that as well. So now let's go into pad. Let's add something because it sounds really empty. So we really need to add some background ambience to this. So let me add some pads to this. So what I'm going to do is, for the pads first, I'm going to upload a sampler into this, and then I'm going to select uh, a sample from a sample pack called what is it? What is it? It's called, yeah, it's called DR Techno Dust. You can find this on Loop Masters. So yes, I'm going to go into wave loop. So I'm going to go into pad, and I'm going to go in with 128 BPM pad. This is how it sounds. So I'm going to go with this. I'm drag and drop into sampler here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put sample start around, say, here, and then maybe sample. I'd like the sample to end around somewhere here. Yeah, that's good. Somewhere here. Yeah, okay. Then the sustain, I will move it to this so it goes up and down. And then the loop start, I will move the loops. So what I'll do is I'll copy this, and I will make sure the loop ends in the same place. 286, and I will make the loop start from the same 158.522. So now we have that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some crossfade. Yeah. So this is how the pad sounds right now. But before that, I'm just going to add the MIDI note here. Make this 8 bars legato, and then go back into the settings. What else I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the filter section here, go to the attack, and change this to around 8 milliseconds. Yeah, that's good. And then go back to the sample. So this is how the sample sounds right now. So I'll change this to -6 for now. And then what I'm going to do is go back to this. I'm gonna add some effects. Let me switch off the EQ and the compressor for now. Now the first effect I'm gonna add is sort of, let's see, maybe a delay or an echo. Let's go with an echo. I'm gonna add an echo, and then maybe move this to, keep this as 1/8, unlink this, move this to 1/2, maybe. Yeah, that's good. Make this to ping pong, and then go to and then I'll add a reverb. I'll add a different reverb instead of using the reverb here. And then what I'd like to do here is make it low cut, and then sort of bring it like that. Leave the spin and the chorus on, change the quality to high, change the stereo to a little bit more, maybe 110 somewhere. Yeah, that's good. And the decay time, we would like it really high because there's ambience, right? So maybe around 7 should be good. And yeah, so we can see, let me cut the high diffusion a bit here. Yeah, let's see how this sounds so far. See, this is without the echo and reverb. This is with the echo and reverb. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an EQ8. I'm obviously going to cut the frequencies below 100 hertz, and then I'm going to sort of band pass this. So cut out the high frequencies also and bring it around, say here somewhere. Yeah, so that's good. And then then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some compression. I'm going to sidechain this to the kick. I'm going to go here, I'm going to change the look ahead to 10 milliseconds, go back here, put the ratio on full, and then I'm going to bring the attack down to maybe somewhere there. And then we'll bring and then I'm just going to play the kick as well. So see, as you can see, this is without the side chain. And with the side chain, you get sort of this sweeping, pumping effect. Maybe I'm going to move the release. Yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that. So now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add, maybe make this -12. And then let's try. Yeah, that's better. But I'm going to add some overdrive to the pad. And maybe change this region to around there. Maybe around 250. And this 260. Oh no, wait. 9. Yeah. And with the pad, this is how it sounds. now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link this pad, key this pad as well to C, so we can control it all together. And then next I'm going to go into ambience. So that's sort of pad. So I'm going to add some noise to the ambience part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load an operator here. I'm going to switch off the EQ. I'm going to switch off the compression. And now since I'm going to just add noise, I'm going to switch off the rest of the oscillators here to save on some CPU power. Go to the first oscillator, change this to noise white. Go to the LFO, switch the LFO on, turn it to sync. Keep this at maybe, okay, we can change this to how it sounds here. Let me just go add the MIDI pattern first for this. So that would be C3 again, and legato this. I'll make this 8 bars and legato it again. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna play the ambient solo this for you, but let me bring this down to say maybe -6 first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to go to the filter section. I'm gonna reduce the filter to maybe around 3000 hertz. Let's try it now. Still too high, maybe. Yeah, that's better. And then go back to the LFO. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it here, and then maybe go back to the LFO, switch it on here, filter on, so you get this cool effect. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the amount, increase it actually. Yes, there, you can now see. Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm going to keep it at that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the envelope here and change the attack to around 5 so it slowly comes. Yeah, okay, fine. 6 is fine. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add an EQ8. I'm going to cut out the low frequencies. And then what I'm going to do is cut out the high frequencies as well, because we don't want the really high frequencies. We'll cut it around 10,000 hertz. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a compression and sort of give this the same settings as the compression from the pads channel. We could group the pads and the ambience into one channel and add the side chain together, but you could do it that way also. Since I have it this way, I'm just going to continue it this way. And then I'm going to change the look. then what I'm going to do is again add an overdrive to this. And maybe make this to 950 and this to 2 point maybe 3. Yeah. And this is how it sounds with the other pad as well. Now with the hi-hats. The percussions. And the lead. Yeah. So my next thing would be is to add some automation and modulation to the ambience. Let me rename this to ambience slash noise. So guys, so like I said, now what we can do is we can automate and modulate some of the channels in this throughout the track to give it some more of an interesting characteristic. So what I've done is I've gone to the lead channel. Uh, what I've done is now I've converted the clip here to 64 bars in length, and then I've switched on the envelope here by clicking this button here, and then I've modulated the instrument rack. There are two macros here, filter and resonance, like we set up earlier. If you go back, you can see it here, like we set up the filter and resonance. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've modulated the filter around from the 17th bar to the 24th bar, 8 bar modulation, and I've done the same with the resonance as well. And then what else I've done is I've gone to the ambience noise section, and I've increased the length of this to 24 bars, and then I've modulated the operator filter frequency. This is how I've done it. I've around the 16th bar, around, yeah, so this is how I've done it, I think from 9 to 10. But what I've done here is so this is how the modulation looks naturally, but what you can do is you can hit option or alt and hold it and bring it down like this to get sort of a smoother transition. So I've done this for both here. As you can see, it goes high. So if you want to hear how it sounds, this is how it sounds. This is sort of the area where the break will come, where I'm going to imagine that I'm going to have a break in the arrangement process. So when it comes here, I will cut out the low frequencies of the kick. that's it for today's episode, guys. I think now we've sort of completed a very a basic techno track with around one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine channels. Nine channels. I'm not going to include the ARP in this, so we can get rid of this. So we have nine channels worth of music here. I think this is a good start. We can start to develop and build on this by modulating, by tweaking the EQ and all the channels, by moving the panning to left and right for each channel. So making certain channels in stereo, certain channels in mono, by tweaking certain volumes and adding some more last minute touches to it, and we can really make this track sound professional. So yes, that's it for today's episode. Thank you, and I'll catch you in the next episode. See you. Take care. Bye bye.